Hey, that's a really smooth shave you got there.
Gee, thanks. I use Edge Pro Gel.
Hey, guys, could we? Nine. It's just 9 different formulas.
Really?
Wow, your face is so soft.
That's Edge for sensitive skin.
Next time, use your own can of Edge.
That was my can.
Was not.
Locker room's that way for a can of Edge.
Boy, I can use a close shave.
Everyone's skin is different, so Edge Pro Gel comes in 9 different formulas to meet your individual shaving needs. Edge, save your skin.
Yeah, Edge!
This NFL Films production is a presentation of the National Football League. NFL team highlight films are brought to you by Edge Pro Gel. Save your skin.
The Lions have been close. We've been nibbling at it, but we haven't taken that extra step. And I believe the addition of Matt will provide the incentive that we need, the knowledge that we need to make that step. With no further ado, Matt Millen, new president, CEO, Detroit Lions.
I believe this, and I believe this firmly. Attitude is the most important thing we can do. We have to change an attitude. We have to get it to the point where we believe from top to bottom. I think one of the things we have to do in Detroit is restore the tradition. And as long as I'm part of a football organization, we will be physical.
Let's see it right now. I want to watch effort and toughness.
He's about to knock him out right now. This is big time. Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3. Dominate.
Holy mackerel, what a play. Looking around, sacked by Scroggins. Fired back to throw it. Does. It is intercepted. Stewart, touchdown. James Stewart blasting into the end zone. He loves to get airborne.
In 2000, a bruising running back and an opportunistic defense pushed the Lions to 9-7. Now, key figures are in place to take Detroit to the next level.
This team will consist of men with character, class, attitude, commitment. We need to do this thing the right way.
New head coach Marty Morningweg will focus on the offense, igniting an attack that will spread the ball and stretch the field.
Crowell up for it, and trying to catch. Oh, he got it. Unbelievable. He got it. Desmond left sideline, 40 to the 50. He may go.
The bar is high. The goal for this organization now is to win Super Bowls.
In Detroit, there's a new attitude and a new confidence.
Bats to throw it. Does so downfield, and this one is caught. Jermaine Crowell. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Touchdown, Lions.
Besides some veterans, the 2000 Lions were not well known.
28's not dressed.
Yeah, no, I've seen him. Unless he's in the locker room.
I think 29, Sagnaw gonna play. They're free.
But in the preseason, one new player deserved attention. Running back James Stewart, signed as a free agent, proved to be everything the Lions hoped. Quick enough to elude tacklers and strong enough to run them down.
This kid's the real deal, man. This running back. This kid's the real deal. See what he did on that screen, man?
He is a load inside. I tell you, he's a great pickup for the Lions.
On opening day, Stewart would have to pick up his feet and shoulder the load with injured quarterback Charlie Batch on the sideline. Stewart pounded out 78 tough yards in a game where neither team scored an offensive touchdown. With 5 sacks, the defense was deliberate and destructive. But the difference in the game was returner Desmond Howard, number 80.
Desmond Howard at the 6-yard line, up to the 10. Desmond running left to the 15, to the 20, 30. Desmond left sideline, 40 to the 50, to the 40. He may go. 30, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown. Holy mackerel. What a turnaround that is.
A stiffer challenge awaited the Lions in their home opener against the highly touted Washington Redskins.
Hey, I tell y'all this right now. Y'all know this game is not for the faint of heart. And if y'all not willing to reach down and give all you got and leave it on the field, you can't ride with us. And come on, win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
In the early going, the Lions got a big lift from one of their biggest bodies.
Straight back, pressure, throws right, and it is bobbled and picked off. Calvin Pritchett up the left sideline to midfield. 45-40, 35-30. He's got it, Convoy to the 10, to the 5, and is down at the 1-yard line.
Give Calvin Pritchett some oxygen. That's the longest sprint he's had in probably 5 years.
Detroit failed to get in the end zone, but Jason Hansen bailed them out. He converted all 5 of his field goal attempts, including his longest of the year.
The kick's on its way from 54 yards. Oh, man.
By the fourth quarter, the Redskins were made uncomfortable in an atmosphere that had turned unpleasant.
The crowd doing its job. Brad Johnson back. Throws to the right sideline to Thrash, and it is stolen. Intercepted by Westbrook. He took it right out of Thrash's arm. Holy mackerel, what a play.
Under uncertain skies in the Windy City, the Lions could bank on one thing. The defense would force turnovers, creating opportunities for an offense that had struggled to score.
First down at the Bear 13. Going, Batch open, Morton, touchdown, Lions.
Once off the ground, Detroit flew first class. When this Jermaine Crowell attempt was ruled incomplete, number 82 was not deterred.
Steps up in the pocket, throws, open, Crowell at the 15. He's to the 10, 5, touchdown. He did it again. Well, take that one, Ron Blum.
For the Bears, travel through the air was more turbulent, and Lions safety Kurt Schulz hijacked 3 passes to help seal the win. The defense thrived on forcing turnovers in 2000, leading the NFC with 42 takeaways.
Johnson back to throw it. And over the middle. It's intercepted. Terry Fair.
With Terry Fair and Bryant Westbrook, number 32, the Lions have one of the most dynamic cornerback duos in the league. In the middle, veteran safety Ron Rice is the glue that holds the secondary together.
The Ron Rice type, and what Ron Rice brings to the football team, is the right attitude. He knows how to compete. He's tough. He's physical. He makes other players around him better.
I'm over top. I got you. You confident in it. I got you coming. I got it.
They're not the easiest team to run against, too, now. I'm telling you, they always have been tough.
Detroit's front 7 is big and aggressive, armed with a monster truck mentality in a field of compacts.
Barb in trouble, and is going to be pulled out at the 7 by Luther Ellis.
Defensively, we have some good people. There's no question about it. Luther Ellis in the middle is the anchor. Robert Porcher, when he brings his A game, he's as good as there is in this league. And there's a lot of young guys who are going to step up. A guy like Chris Claiborne. That guy's ready to show.
This year, young players will benefit from the hire of new defensive coordinator Vince Tobin, the architect of the Bears' 1986 Super Bowl defense.
Have Nichols 552. I want nickel 52.
With Detroit, Tobin's field general will be middle linebacker Stephen Boyd, the Lions' leading tackler the last 4 seasons.
I think Stephen Boyd obviously is a team leader. He's a man that makes plays time after time.
He's also one of those guys who's not pretty. That's what I love best about him. You know, he doesn't look like he's going to be the fastest or the best, but he's productive. So once you get them all together, couple it with the right scheme, I think we can take a strength and make it even stronger.
In Week 6, the hard-hitting Lions flexed their muscles in the Battle of the North. Under constant pressure, a shaken Brett Favre tried to mix things up.
Back to throw it. Favre rifles one. Intercepted! Intercepted! This one should be taken back all the way. It is a touchdown, Lamar Campbell!
Charlie Batch stirred the pot as well, calling an audible that caught the Packers off guard.
Charlie Batch is checking out of it here with 2 seconds to do it. Gets it away. Back throws a fade pattern to Morton. Got it! 15 to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Lions! Charlie Batch checked into the perfect play and a touchdown to Johnny Morton, his second of the year.
Hey, they want to quit, man. Let's make them quit. You got to punish them.
The Lions did just that, scoring their 3rd touchdown of the first half.
Batch dumps it out to Stewart at the 10 to the 5. Stewart, touchdown! Lions as he hauled Brian Williams with him. That's how strong James Stewart is.
Unlike Favre, Batch was the beneficiary of great pass protection, and he made the most of it. Herman Moore's 30-yard touchdown gave the Lions a lead, from which the Packers never recovered. In their next game, Detroit's offensive line continued to dominate in the trenches. With holes like this, James Stewart racked up over 100 yards. And near the goal line, the Lions' workhorse was unstoppable.
First and goal, here's a blitz up the middle. Stewart breaks through into the end zone for the touchdown.
But the Buccaneers had a playmaker of their own.
Don't forget about Keyshawn Johnson.
The Lions held Johnson to only 2 catches, forced 3 turnovers, and proved their defense was every bit as good as Tampa's top-rated unit.
King looking for Keyshawn. Fires long. Intercepted by Chris Claiborne at the 45-yard line.
Boy, give this defense credit, Mark.
The defense was beastly, but Stewart was best, and his 3 touchdowns gave the Lions their 3rd consecutive victory on the road. By week 9, Detroit's early season success gave way to mid-year disappointment, with 2 tough losses against AFC East opponents. In the aftermath, Coach Bobby Ross retired, leaving the Lions to ponder their fate. Assistant head coach Gary Moeller inherited a 5-4 team, and he preached the possibility of a playoff run. Against the Falcons, the defense played to form, while the offense added a few new wrinkles.
Down and 10 at the Atlanta 28. They run a reverse to Johnny Morton. He's going to throw off of it. Can't find anybody. Now he runs left to the 25. Batch with a block. 15, 10, 5, diving to the 1-yard line.
Detroit stuck to the basics near the goal line and walked away with a win.
James Stewart sweeping touchdown. There you go, Jim. James Stewart with his 6th rushing touchdown of the year.
In football, momentum can be a driving force.
All day today, fellas. All day today, squad. Let's go. Let's go out there and handle our business. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
The Lions got down to business on the opening play. When tight end David Sloan got started, his momentum carried him, along with a few Patriots, to the 14-yard line.
Let's go. Let's jam her home. These guys haven't beaten anybody. Let's play ball. Let's play ball.
Play action.
once in the red zone, the Lions had a green light.
Get it in there. Yeah, he's coming too.
Stewart over the top. And in. Touchdown, Lions. Oh, did he launch himself into the end zone that time?
Man, he had to be 6 foot in the air, parallel to the ground when he leapt over that pile.
In the third quarter, Charlie Batch ran up the score with a gutsy scramble.
Play action. Charlie pressures, scrambles, 5, dives, touchdown! Charlie Batch! How about that?
I mean, give this kid a game ball right now.
Batch suffered broken ribs on the play, an injury that would plague him the rest of the season. But on this day, the Lions had plenty to be thankful for.
Bledsoe fires, picked off! Westbrook up the sideline, 20, 30, 40. He may go. Bledsoe, the only guy who can get him, and he won't. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown! Brian Westbrook! How about that for a Thanksgiving present? That is his 6th interception of the year. Brian Westbrook takes it back for the touchdown.
Teams are often measured by their ability to win on the road. And in 2000, the Lions saved their best for the Big Apple. Their first Meadowlands matchup was against the New York Giants. And the boys from the Motor City out-muscled and out-hustled the eventual NFC champions.
High formation. Play action, bootleg to the left. Wide open, touchdown Lions, Walter Rasby.
On the season, Pro Bowler Desmond Howard had 7 returns of 40 or more yards, including this 50-yard scamper. And versus the Giants, special teams play led directly to 2 Lions touchdowns.
So Brad Maynard to punt, standing at his 10-yard line. That's made try to block this thing. They got everybody coming hard, and they do! They block it! Larry Foster blocked it, and the Lions make the recovery. Offset eye to the right. Charlie Batch throws to the end zone. Herman Moore lays out, catches it, touchdown Lions.
It was a field day for Detroit as Charlie Batch spread the ball to 9 different receivers. Johnny Morton's touchdown made it 28-0. On an afternoon when everything went right for the Lions, it seemed as if the heavens themselves were smiling on the Dome team. Late in the season, the Lions returned to New York in a downpour. In a game with playoff implications, the Jets played foil, while Mother Nature played rough.
Play action, Charlie Batch to throw over the middle, intercepted. As Charlie Batch threw it over the head of Crowell, and right there in the deep safety spot was Victor Green.
After allowing an early touchdown, Detroit's defense became unyielding, and the Jets fell prey to the wind, the rain, and the steady thump of Lions defenders.
They're up 7-3. Testaverde, straight drop. Goes, intercepted. Picked off by Stephen Boyd at the 45-yard line.
In such conditions, games are won with defense and strong running. The Lions dug their heels in the mud, and James Stewart found daylight. With a career-best 164 yards, Stewart helped the Lions control the ball. And this fourth-quarter run set up the game's decisive play.
Call here. Stewart running right, over the top, fumbled it! Into the end zone! The Lions cover it, touchdown! Oh, Lee Mackerel!
Boy, talk about heads up.
The Lions pounced on the ball, took a 10-7 lead, and held their breath.
Now John Hall with 12 seconds to tie this game up, and we're looking at overtime here at Giant Stadium. Snap, kick, Lane drives it. No good! No good! And the Lions, they sweep the Meadowlands again.
In the final month, Detroit was beset by injuries. They lost 3 out of their last 4 games, and the playoffs slipped out of their grasp. For a team on the cusp, change takes courage, but the Lions had the confidence to make a change at the top, bringing in new president Matt Millen. As a player, he won 4 Super Bowls, and his influence can already be felt throughout the organization.
I think the biggest thing you're going to see automatically is a change in attitude. You're going to have a team that'll fight you from the beginning to the end. When a team starts to believe in itself, when they start to believe in each other, then you have a chance. That's the foundation for every winning team.
Part of that foundation in the Millen Millennium will be new head coach Marty Morningweg.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Blow it. Hit it.
Hey, warm up. We got pat and go. Here we go. Pick the feet up.
Corey, you spent some time in your book now? Let's make sure we get that part of it done. So now you just go play at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trust the system, trust the play, trust your progression, and trust what you see every time.
Eagles up. First group, Eagle. Let's go fake 15 counter, keep right. Here we go. Zone. Atta babe. Get the football upfield now. Over-exaggerate eyes and fingers. Focus on a small portion of the football. Pick out a small target to throw at. Your accuracy will increase. There. Pick it up.
Marty brings a lot of things. He knows how to manage the game.
Sell the Texans. Run the Texans. Eyes back to the quarter. Bam! Now you're back out of it. Peek, cut, nobody trailing, alley. Okay? To make that first down, we must catch the ball clean, drop step, and right up the field. None of that fancy stuff. Use the fancy stuff on first down.
He's a bulldog, man. The guy's got it. He will bite you in the rear end as fast as he can when you deserve it.
Now look it. I'll give you that one. One more now. I'm pulling you out.
And he'll also pat you on the back when you deserve it.
Under. There you go, good. Nice job of getting the shoulders and eyes around fast. Halfbacks, if you feel cloud corner, you're here. Cloud corner, there's a back, bam! Get right there and sit it. Get right to the spot, sit it. Perfect. That's the only time you'll do that. Otherwise, you're pushing up and you're sticking and running.
Well, that's maybe the thing that excites me the most is what Coach Morningweg brings to this offense. Because we're going to have the Midwest offense. It's going to be adapted to what we have. Watch Jermaine Crowell this year. Jermaine Crowell is a player that if he takes the next step, and I believe he can be a Pro Bowler.
Crowell's size and speed make him a perfect fit in the Midwest offense, which will also feature the sure hands of Johnny Morton, number 87, and tight end David Sloan.
You can also look for Charlie Batch in this scheme under Marty's tutelage. I believe he'll be a better player.
I'm excited about Charlie. I think he's a man that has tremendous arm strength. I think he has better than adequate movement ability, which I think will show within the structure of this offense. So I look for exceptional things out of Charlie.
And part of being a leader is knowing when to live dangerously and when to live to see the next play. This offseason, Detroit wisely signed guard Brendan Stye to help protect Batch. They also added all-pro corner Todd Light, who will provide depth and leadership in the defensive backfield. As the Lions continue to build on the field, they also look forward to the construction of a new stadium for the 2002 season. This state-of-the-art facility will be the pride of the city, and it will give the Lions the best home field advantage in the NFL.
You go from Matt Millen to a new coaching staff, to some new players, to a new game facility. Everything that's happening in and around Detroit is going to be exciting.
There is optimism as the Lions look to the future, knowing the championship teams are built with talent, commitment, and in Detroit, a new attitude.
Who knows what can happen when you've got the right attitude, you prepare, you practice, and you play the right way. Let's go.
Backs to Stewart. And it's Stewart over the top and in. Touchdown!
Edge Pro Gel presents the Detroit Lions' ultimate performance of 2000. In Week 12, the Lions dominated the New York Giants in all phases of the game. Special teams ace Larry Foster blocked a punt, which set up a diving touchdown catch by Herman Moore. On defense, Robert Porcher led the way with 3 sacks, and the Lions rolled to a 31-21 victory.
Edge Pro Gel is the official shave gel of the NFL. Save your skin.
This NFL Films production has been brought to you by the National Football League. The NFL is online at www.nfl.com.